G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, I'm ace ranked and we're just going to jump in and get these battles started. So we've got the Ultra League open, and the team I'm actually going to be running is Venusaur with Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb, Talonflame with Incinerate, Flame Charge and Brave Bird, and then Muck with Snarl, Dark Pulse and Gunk Shot. So that one's a little bit questionable because the moveset that is recommended in Premier is Poison Jab and Acid Spray. However, with Venusaur in the lead, if I need to swap this out, I'm going to swap my Alolan Muck in, and hopefully I can draw in Swampert to come and meet my Alolan Muck, and it's just going to do a little bit more damage against Alolan Muck than well, there's a Swampert on the lead, so let's see what they want to swap into. So I'm going to come in with my Talonflame here, and I'm not going to shield up the first one because obviously the first one is going to be doing less damage because they drop my defense, but that's fine. So I'm just going to instantly throw into these Incinerate and just start really ramping up my attack. So they're wanting to shield for whatever reason. And I think I'm now going to shield. It's going to be another Poison Fang, which is unfortunate for me, but that's fine. And I'm not even going to bluff that I'm getting to a Brave Bird. I'm just going to continue to ramp my attack. So let's see what they want. And they're just going to, they really want to win switch. And they're going to be able to do it too. So what do I do here? So I'm going to have to let this go. And I don't want them to debuff me, so I'm just going to instantly throw my Frenzy Plant, and we'll see what they have in the back. So I'm assuming they've got something that they don't mind. And this is game over. There is nothing I can do. Yeah, this really is game over because yeah, I cannot beat the. I just can't see a way that I'm going to be able to win this game. How on earth do I win this matchup? So let this go. It's going to be an earthquake. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. This is game over, and yeah, so we'll just let it go. So having the Nidoqueen there. So I guess the way I face that in the future will be, yeah, hard one. So I'm just trying to think, what would be a better option for dealing with that. So I guess, no idea. So I don't really know why I'm keep erroring out of these matches. A little bit annoying. Let's see if we can actually get a match this time, or whether we're going to be errored out of this one too. No, they're sticking around. Thank you. Obstagoon. I'm just trying to think here what my best players. Yeah. Let's just swap in here and see what happens. I'm actually going to shield this up, and it's the Brave Bird. Okay. So that works out really nicely for me. Brave Bird is something obviously you do not want to take on the chin with this thing. And I'm going to shield up again. Why not? If I've got, it's going to be a double Brave Bird, which it is. Here, I probably shouldn't have thrown a move, but I just want to make sure that I don't get too greedy and get taken out. So we'll see what now comes in, and it's a Gyarados. So here I'm actually just going to go straight for my own Brave Bird, and this should be doing enough to KO. Let's find out whether it is. Oof, it is, and that's brutal. Let's actually swap this in, because then they'll be throwing some Night Slashes here, and I don't. Oh, it's Obstruct. Okay. So I just want to chip away as much damage as I can, because if I can get to, yeah, it's just not going to be enough there, and I want to get my moves off as quickly as possible. And the reason for that is because obviously, Night Slash coming through, does it boost them? No, because the longer it takes for me to, and I get there, the longer it takes for me to throw. If they throw more obstructs, it's just going to do less damage. So yeah, happy days, able to take that one fairly comfortably. I yeah, Talonflame once it's once it's been boosted, it's just an absolute weapon when shields are down. That Brave Bird, absolutely devastating, as you could see on the Gyarados. So let's see what we get this time. Hopefully we can get something else that's quite good. Swampert on the lead is always going to be... so Lantern on the lead is even better. So I really need to swap in my... really need to swap in my Talonflame here, and the reason for that is because Lantern's just going to absolutely destroy me. So I suspect this will be a Night Slash, so I'm going to let the first one go, and it is a Night Slash, and that's fine. And they get to another one? Are you serious? I'm going to shield this one up, and unfortunately, they're getting to their moves at the perfect timing because they're denying me extra moves, and they themselves are getting extra moves. So it's really good timing on their part, but we'll see how they want to play this. So they're double shielding, so that means I may want to do the same. I'm actually going to do the same. So we'll see if. So I'm just going to swap in with my. And there's nothing they can do here. So they're either going to be running Surf or, well, yeah, Surf comes through, which is fine. So I'm actually going to charge up to double. And the reason for that is because I want to be able to throw as soon as something else comes out. And let's see what it is. Oh, and that explains why they really, really badly wanted to. Yeah, okay. So that's actually quite bad for me. Um, so they're going to throw, which should KO from this range, even if it is just a drill run. And so I'm going to let this countdown go. I'm going to throw one and then probably swap. and see what they want to do. So if they've got an earthquake here, I'm in trouble. Ugh. I'm hoping that this is a night slash and not an earthquake. If it's an earthquake, I'm, yeah, in trouble. So I'm just going to have to throw, and it looks like they played this well, because I'm not going to be able to. Oh, not quite well enough. So able to get to the flame charge, and this should be enough, even though it's just a flame charge and it's single boosted. Because Escavalier is just so very weak to flame or to fire, it's enough to take it out, and so able to get that game. So I didn't think, I thought Escavalier would have more energy than that and would be able to throw pretty quickly, but they did really well there. Honestly, they probably deserve to win that game, um, but happy days, able to deny that and get the win myself. So always good, and sometimes it just works out for you. So let's see what we've got. Venusaur into Snorlax, not ideal. I think what I'm going to do is swap into my Alolan Muck, and the reason for that is because I was expecting them to swap out. I don't suspect that they will shield this first one, um, and I do think that they're going to throw Superpower and get out of there, and they don't shield the first one, which is fine. So I'm not going to shield, even though if it is a superpower, it's going to be doing neutral. And it isn't, it's a body slam. Okay. So I'm just going to throw another Dark Pulse here. And I get the shield this time. Okay. Let's just go again, see what they want to do. So I want to just put on as much pressure as I can here, and that's going to be doing just that. So I'm not going to shield. Electivire, what moves is it going to have? Let's see, it's an Ice Punch. Okay, did not expect to see that one. So that's fine. It does mean I'm going to have to possibly... I'm not going to shield this up. I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to come in with my Talonflame here and get a extra little farm to start with, and we'll see what they want to come in with. Let's hope they don't have anything too devastating. I will shield up one of these body slams, and then hope that they don't get to another one. I don't suspect that they will shield. I think they'll let this go. Yeah, let it go, and let's see what they have in the back. Okay. And I'm actually just going to go straight for Brave Bird here, because I don't think that they'll shield. I think they'll let this first one go, and then they'll shield up whatever's second. Oh, and I was wrong. Okay. So I'm going to have to shield myself. And I'm actually just going to throw the next Brave Bird here, and then we'll swap into the Venusaur if there's a need, and there isn't. So fortunately able to get that. So questionable play there by me, but was able to take the win. I was not expecting them to shield that first one. I was really expecting them to let that go, because had I baited there, they would have been in a really rough spot. But I guess if I don't bait, they would have lost the game in that very turn. So it was the right play, I guess, to make. Unfortunately for them, I was able to get to another one and get the win on the board. So yeah, really interesting from their part, but let's see what we get. So Venusaur on the lead is pretty good for that. Venusaur on the lead. So I want to go one extra. And the reason for that is I want to give them apparently a whole free charm, but I don't want them catching on something. So let's see what they want to do. And the question is, I think I'll do the same here. I'll shield this up, and it's an aerial ace, which is fine. That time, oh my, I can't believe I gave them another free charm. Really frustrating, but that's is what it is. And we'll see if we can get there. And again, I should have been swapping into... So was that too fast for a Shadow Ball? It was not too fast for a Shadow Ball, but that's fine. I will just throw the Flame Charge now and see what is in the back. So should have swapped into my Mark there, but that's fine. And going to be able to take this thing out. Should have just thrown a Flame Charge. Flame Charge would have been enough to... Oh, maybe not. Oof, and out comes the Swampert, and this is a good game, and they've got to know that. Not sure why they didn't come in with their Swampert before, and yeah, just absolutely wrecked by Venusaur. So that's really unfortunate for them, but thankfully able to take that game. They just, yeah, didn't go well for them. Yeah, my lead just brutal for them, and able to go 4-1, so that's pretty good. Let's see what our reward is. A win goal, great. Let's throw it a candy, and unfortunately, that's why you wait for the attack before you throw, but it's not going to run anywhere anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you hit the excellent or not at this stage. So, thankfully, able to rank up a little bit there. So 2250 to 2296. Happy days. So hopefully that was useful for someone. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.